The moment someone pulls away, you lean in harder. The second a door closes, it becomes the only one that mattered. That isn't weakness. It's a psychological trigger you never agreed to, and someone is pressing it on purpose. This invisible trigger isn't isolated to one bad week. It is a quiet engine running beneath almost every decision you make. Take the erratic back and forth of modern dating. One day, someone texts back instantly. The next, they vanish into silence. Suddenly, a mild, passive curiosity hardens into an agonizing, all-consuming obsession. Or think of that career opportunity you bypassed for weeks, which suddenly feels like your absolute destiny the exact second the application window slams shut. Even a plain jacket on a clothing rack becomes a masterpiece when you realize it's the very last one in your size. Does that sound familiar? Why does the value of these ordinary things only spike when they start slipping through your fingers? We blame ourselves, chalking it up to personal weakness or an embarrassing lack of self-control. But here's what nobody tells you. You aren't actually choosing these desires. The restriction itself is choosing them for you. A plain slip of paper is worth $50 at noon, but by sunset, it commands 1,000. This is the work of scarcity bias, a cognitive shortcut where our minds mistake a limited supply for an increase in actual value. When a concert sells out, the music does not get better, the seats do not get softer, and the performer does not change. Yet, the moment the gate closes, our desire spikes. Academic experiments show we consistently rate identical items as higher in quality simply because there are fewer of them left. The object remains exactly the same, only the signal of its availability has altered. But what happens when this bias isn't just an accident, but a trap actively set for us? When someone tells you, "Do not bring that up," your mind instantly locks onto that exact topic. A restricted option suddenly commands absolute focus. This is psychological reactance, a visceral pushback when any personal choice is taken away. That burning urge to press harder or demand answers represents a drive to reclaim lost control rather than genuine interest. This is how the forbidden fruit effect operates, turning social taboos or exclusion into irresistible gravity. Even simple novelty exploits this, making fresh options feel exciting because they are new, not because they are better. Your brain hates a closed door, and it will rewrite your actual desires just to kick it open. But here is the real question. Who is actually pressing these buttons? The short answer is anyone who stands to profit from your compliance. Look at the digital marketplace. A flashing red banner warns there are only 2 items remaining, paired with a countdown clock ticking down the seconds. The clock forces an immediate, unthinking purchase of an ordinary shirt you didn't even want 10 minutes ago. In your social life, it is the exclusive neighborhood gathering that requires a personal referral just to secure an invitation, transforming a basic dinner into an agonizing test of your self-worth. Even online, a new software platform locks its registration behind a private beta key, turning a generic productivity tool into a highly coveted status symbol. These groups and systems deliberately withhold access to manufacture importance out of thin air. They play on your biological dread of missing out, converting artificial limits into instant value. But how deep does this neural trap actually go? We don't just fall for these tricks. We use them on each other. You wait 3 hours to reply to a text, not because you are busy, but because you want to seem rare. We copy this exact scarcity logic, using silence as leverage and withholding our attention to manufacture our own value. We pull away and play hard to get, turning ourselves into the forbidden fruit. But here is the trap. We aren't just the victims of this mechanism. We are also the ones pulling the levers. Once you see this trigger in your own hands, can you actually choose to stop? You stop by rewriting the script in your head. First, name the feeling. I only want this because it is leaving. Next, force a 24-hour pause. During that window, ask yourself a cold question. Are you mistaking availability for actual value? Think back to the last thing you desperately chased, only to feel completely empty the moment you got it. What was it? To protect your time and money, rely on preset boundaries before the panic sets in, and always verify if the scarcity is actually real. When you treat that sudden spike of desire as useful information rather than an absolute instruction, the door loses its power. Because the truth is, a locked door doesn't mean there is a treasure on the other side. It just means someone turned the key. Freedom isn't unlocking every closed door. It's realizing you never needed to enter. Next time you crave the unattainable, ask yourself, do you actually want it or just the chase?